Okay, just out of curiosity, we came to visit also the classical Hellenistic city of Messene. Here we start with the wall, which actually looks exactly the same as the walls we saw a few minutes ago. If there's no big stones, I already tell you I won't film too much. I'm getting short of memory. Anyway, this one looks an interesting wall. Maybe we can raise here. Yes, we can go down here and come up. So as you can see, the site is quite extensive. I can see from here a theater and various places with columns. Theater is of course much smaller than the one we saw yesterday in Epidaurus. Well, I'll take a look around and I'll show you some stuff if it's interesting for our purposes. We have a little piece of polygonal wall here, but it ends straight away, giving space to this wall, which is really square. I cannot see one polygonal corner here, and the stones are not convex as we have seen before on the big walls. Whereas on that side we still have some kind of bastion which has the same characteristics as we saw before on the outside walls. And then for the rest there's another piece over there and a lot of columns all over the place. Nice, nothing to say about it. These are serious pieces of columns, more than a meter high. So there's one apparently polygonal wall, or anyway old style wall there, some columns in another material which is some sandstone, and here we have a little piece with some polygonal stones like here. So this one. So it again looks like a big mixture of stuff. Some are really squared walls, others are more polygonal kind of. So just a few more details of this wall. It's very low, it's just a meter, but it definitely has some polygonal characteristics. Yeah. Whereas other walls are completely squared. Square blocks all the same size, or pretty much the same size. Some are longer, some are shorter. And here some brick walls, mixture with stones and mortar. So here another wall which has some polygonal characteristics. You can see there's some inlays, some smaller stones like this one laid in. There's another one over there. There's a little cube there. And differently from the other ones on the outside walls, these are flat. They are not convex. But they do feature some polygonal characteristics. And this is quite a tall wall. I'd guess 4 to 5 meters. And it must be giving some water here because the grass is really green compared to everything else we've seen. Here are some little inlets. It's not really polygonal, but a decent wall. These are quite particular constructions. So quite a few columns there, and then there's this building with perfectly squared blocks. They are rounded on the outside, but somehow more precise, more with a purpose, not just randomly as we've seen before. So here we have a very small theater with a really nice flooring there. These strange columns here made of two pieces. Colonne bipartite, scusa. This is definitely a strange building. It's supposed to have been some kind of tomb, of course. You have on one side some sandstone, yellow sandstone wall, quite rough, and then on the other side it's very neat and clean and nicely cut limestone. So there's quite a few columns down there, but closer by there's another of those walls like the ones we saw outside, and there too that wall is made of big blocks, squared but with that taste of polygonal we saw before at the outer walls. Here we have more of these walls on both sides, and we got here to the area of the stadium where you can see hundreds of columns. It's really a party of columns. And here we have the theater of the stadium. Quite impressive, with a little temple at the far end. More big walls there holding up the terrace with the column and some sports corner or training area, and here we have the stadium seen from below. And we're gonna go now to this little temple here, which really looks Greek, definitely, but has a huge lintel. Small but quite impressive, and as I said, that lintel, if it's original, which I'm not sure, is really big. And here, right in front of the theater, we have some more of these strange blocks, or let's say convex blocks, some with some polygonal joints like here, like there, and behind it's just a normal Greek wall. Perfectly square stones. And here's a theater where you find the lushest grass I've ever seen so far here in Greece. And here in the back of the stadium we find this gate, which really looks Mycenaean, and there's another one over there. Unfortunately, I cannot get there from here. And you can guess. Oh, okay, Deborah could go through it. So you can see. Maybe I'll get there. Here along this beautiful wall, which is again in the same style as we saw before in the outside walls, another of these Mycenaean kind of passageway gates, close to the one I just filmed before over there. So again, a mixture of stuff here. This is not Greek as far as I know, with this strange shape.